Hey guys, Apple Rules 1 here, bringing you guys another commentary. I hope you guys noticed, but I have a new format. I'm actually playing a little bit of music in the background, trying to make the videos a little spicier, like trying to spice everything up. Today I will be talking about like how COD, how it could save itself, because we all know that COD is dying, and there's some ways that maybe it could save itself. This is for like Sledgehammer and stuff like that, the people that are making the next COD at the current moment. So COD has been dying for the past couple years. People have been saying ever since probably after Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2. People say that those are really shitty games. People tend not to like those games. I personally like those games, but a lot of people didn't, and the sales have actually gone up still, even though people don't like it. But eventually, COD's gonna die if it keeps on putting up the bullshit that people don't like. And it actually is dying because a lot of people have left the series for other games. Titanfall was supposed to be the killer of that game, but nothing ever happened. I bet it probably just killed it on the Xbox partially. Like probably a good percentage of the people that were probably playing on the Xbox Ghosts probably left for Titanfall. And Titanfall is its own little thing, and Titanfall has problems too, like they're hackers and stuff like that already. And that game is, I heard it's pretty good, so that's why I wonder what you guys think too about that game. So let's get back to Call of Duty. So some ways that I think that we could fix the game and get people to get back in the game possibly. And I think that would really help out the developers, the community. It would make the game much better, and maybe we can revive it as like one of the best games as it ever is. Even though the sales are still up, as I just said, but this game is still dying partially, and people are gonna start buying it, even though there's a lot of people still buying it. The first thing I think that we need to get rid of is all the cheap ass shit in the game. Like the developers, since they have 3 years now to create the game, probably not Sledgehammer yet. I don't know if they've had the 3 years. I don't know if they know in advance that they're gonna be making the new Call of Duty. But I think that we need to get rid of most of the bullshit, like target finder, LMGs, IEDs, and stuff like that. I don't want that to come back in the next Call of Duty this year. I don't want any sort of bullshit like that, because people in the Call of Duty community, just the way it is, they take advantage of everything. I feel like the Call of Duty community is like one of the worst communities in gaming, and there's a lot of other communities too, but Call of Duty is one of the worst, because all you do is find exploits in the game and they start using it, and people start abusing everything they put in the game. Like I bet you IEDs weren't meant to be like annoying. They're probably just meant for people that are defending the objectives and stuff like that. But people abuse them, and they just start putting everywhere on top of buildings and all these other places that are really annoying. So I think it's partially the people's fault just for ruining it. And YouTube, it did not help, because YouTube is the one that endorses all this shit. Like there's some famous YouTubers that endorse all camping spots and all this good equipment, and people start catching on to it. And then quickscoping, that was that was around YouTube's time. So back in COD 4, when quickscoping started happening, that's another thing. I spread through YouTube like super badly. Like people were showing other people, oh, quickscope, this is really cool, this is really fun. But then people started to get annoyed with it, and that's how it spreads really badly. And I think that's where the majority of the problem comes from, is from all the bullshit that the developers, they don't expect to become bullshit, but it ends up being bullshit because of the community. And I think that was a pretty good chunk of it. The next thing is these microtransactions. Like developers, this is the developers' fault. All these fucking microtransactions are really annoying. I feel like, especially for the past two Call of Duties with Black Ops 2 especially, and Ghost is starting to follow the same way. They're charging you for camos, and Ghosts are charging you for character skins, because that's weird, because you don't even fucking see your character. Only your enemy's gonna see your character and your other friendly players. I wouldn't buy that. I would not spend any fucking money on that, because it's not gonna affect the game. Camos, yeah, sometimes I want to buy camos because I think they look cool. Even though they affect the game, I feel like they should just give them to us for free. It doesn't cost a lot of money to really make all these camos. It doesn't take that much. It doesn't cost money to think of anything. And to make these camos and program them, it doesn't take that much money. I don't think we paid $60 already. Even with the season pass, you don't even get anything. I wish with the season pass they would give you the camos too. That would probably bring the sales up, really make the sales really better. And I think people will start buying it. And then I feel like by the end of the game's lifespan, you've probably spent over $150 by then, because by the game is $60. Then you have the season pass, so a lot of people buy, that's over $100 already. And then if you keep on buying all these microtransactions, you probably spend over $150. But I think it's absurd to spend on one video game. especially like one like Call of Duty or something like that. And I think that's another big one, but I think the fact before that one, I think that one's way bigger, and I think that's these two probably caused the most, or probably not even the most. I have a couple more to say. The next thing I want to say is they need to stop with like the biasism for Xbox, because we all know that everything's presented by Xbox. The commercials, every time they release a new Call of Duty, it's optimized for the Xbox. I think I can tell, because on the PS4 version, the PS4 is a little more powerful than the Xbox One. It's running at 1080p, but the frame rate has a lot of frame rate drops. I've noticed ever since I got the game. The Xbox One apparently doesn't have barely much, and I don't think it's because it's like 720p really. I think it's because they play on Xboxes at the studio. When they're testing the game, they're using Xboxes. PlayStation's like a secondary thing they just program for. I think that really sucks for us, especially me, because I have a PlayStation and I prefer the console. And all they do is just reprogram the game for it, and they probably don't really even give a shit about it. And I can guarantee if they fix that, and if they just became like equal equality between all the consoles, like every PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Like if they in the Wii U, forgot about that. If they made it equal for all the consoles, that would bring up the sales probably even more, because people wouldn't feel like, oh, I have to buy an Xbox just to be able to play Call of Duty and get all the good stuff like early. That would really help, I would think too, because people are just, that's the way people are. And this next one I'm going to talk about, this one has to do with what's it called, developers. And the developers, this one they take the blame for. They need to get better fucking customer service. Activision, they have one of the worst customer services apparently, like on Twitter. Like for example, Tina Palacios, I don't know how to pronounce her last name. The one that like one of the heads at Infinity War, the one that was like with one of like the head people of Call of Duty Ghosts. She apparently like blocks people if anyone criticizes the Call of Duty Ghosts. She will block them, and they probably won't even reply. The only thing she probably replies to is any positive feedback, and this makes her look really bad, because I don't think she's open to criticism, and she just wants to just block it out. I feel like that makes her think she doesn't care about the game. I don't know about her developing then Call of Duty in another 3 years. And lastly, the largest out of probably everything I just said, they gotta stop rebranding just the game every year, because I kind of agree with the people when they say Call of Duty is just the same shit every year, and I kind of believe it, because they can't really change it a lot, because they still want the Call of Duty feel, because that's why we play Call of Duty, because Call of Duty has like a certain feel, which is why I play it too. But I feel like they gotta do way more innovation, and I think with the 3 years there'll be no excuse why they cannot do anything better. And I feel like, yeah, this is the biggest one, because it basically is the same thing every year pretty much, just the maps are different and different guns and stuff like that, but the core thing is still there. I feel like they don't put enough innovation. They do some innovation, but I feel like they should do way more than what they do. I feel like just adding new kill streaks in and saying dedicated server is not really gonna help, even though they lied on that. And yeah, they gotta stop with this bullshit that bullshit lies that they tell us almost every year. Like they always say, oh, this is the dedicated servers and stuff like that, or something new that they're gonna put in the game, but it ends up not happening, or it's mostly just bullshit. That's another thing, part of that. It's part of the innovation thing. If they stop that too, that'll actually help a lot too. But so yeah, I think that's what will all these facts. This will help Call of Duty stay alive, and will help it so it doesn't die, because I would not want to see Call of Duty die, and I think they need to improve as a game. Even though I love Ghosts a lot, there's a lot of bullshit. There's some bullshit in the game that I do not like, and it's better. I like this Call of Duty. They've done a pretty good amount of innovation in this one, but they still need to go even farther to keep the people fresh and keep the people happy. And so I think that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary I made. Please remember to like, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching my video. This is Apple Rules 1 here, checking out.